Hi there, Loy Machedo. Sweeney you from LoyMachedo.com. Who's Loy Machedo? Think Personal Branding. All right, I want to read out this article that is from, what's that news link? I'm looking at the screen. News18.com. Okay, the link will be put down below. And I'll try to put a screenshot either here or this side. Okay. So this is what it says. Opinion, Islam and Intolerance, the daylight murder of Kishan Bharwad. Okay, now before you jump the gun and start saying, oh, he's Islamophobic or he is anti-Muslim or all that, I always speak against bad practices, bad ideas, and actions that are in no ways peaceful. Okay, so killing someone in the name of religion, hurting someone in the name of anything, for me, that's unacceptable. So I speak, it can be Christians, it can be Hindus, it can be atheists, it can be Islam, it can be any religion, any lifestyle. Hurting, harming, killing, violence, all that, even Black Lives Matter, if they mix hurting, harming, killing, I'm sorry, I'm totally against it. Okay? So I'll read out the article and you can tell me specifically where I'm wrong. Okay? This article or news link was given by one of my readers when I did speak in terms of, Rana Ayub. He said, okay, read this. And he even challenged me and said, I challenge you to read it and I know you'll not read it on the channel. I know that he wants me to read it on the channel. I get many dares like this, but this one I felt was really worth reading. So you can tell me where I'm right or wrong in this one. So this one was good. So let's hear. So this one, it's written by this guy. What's his name? It's written by YUVRAJ Pokharna. Okay, is a Surat-based educator, columnist, and social activist. Okay, so this is written by him. So it starts. Wonder if Kishan Bharwad will receive justice, or will this case, like so many others, under the benevolent eyes of our secular country, fizzle out and be thrown under the rug? Kishan Bharwad, I hope I got that name right. Sorry if it's wrong. Bharwad. Bharwad. Okay. A 27-year-old man from Dandhuka district of Ahmedabad in Gujarat and a father of a barely month-old toddler posted a video on social media which didn't go well with Muslims. They felt it was blasphemous and decided to deal with the incident in the Islamic way. He was brutally shot dead by two Muslim youths on January 25th for posting a video that allegedly hurt the feelings of peaceful Muslims. Okay, what did the video contain? Now, I'll give my thoughts with regards to what is written. So, Krishna Bharwad, it didn't go well with Muslims. See, the first thing is social media. You need to be very careful, especially if you're staying in a country where there are different religions. You got to be very careful. And nowadays, you can have a video which maybe 5 minutes can be very good and the 6th minute can be really something and you didn't see the whole video. That is why you need to be very careful. That's number one. The second thing is, in every social media, you need to be careful. Are you putting it public or private? Number three is, make sure that your video, your social media is under 2-factor or 3, even if 3 or 4-factor authentication, that nobody can log in or take your password, because there are many times, like in Saudi, they use someone else's name, someone else's details, and they uploaded, and that guy from India, I think he got in trouble in Saudi. Okay, he is from, I think, Bangalore or something. So you need to be very careful where social media is concerned. And in fact, I tell so many people, better you don't have a social media, you'll be much more happier. Okay, that's the first thing. The second one is the tone in which this article has been written is obviously biased against Muslims. We need to call a spade, like the way he said. They felt it was blasphemous and decided to deal the incident in an Islamic way. Okay, now, not all people who follow Islam are bad. No, wait, before you even jump the gun, I think among the many channels, I'm the only guy who really criticizes Islam for its bad practices. You can check my previous videos. So it's not like, oh, he's supporting Islam. I call a spade, okay? You can check my previous videos where I've spoken against Islam. He was shot dead by two Muslim youth for posting that hurt the feelings of peaceful Muslims. Okay, so here is trying to be a little, sarcastic by saying peaceful Muslims, okay? So I'm just addressing the way the article is written. Okay, what did the video contain? Just to tell you, he could have said it hurt the feelings of Muslims. Okay, it hurt the feelings of the Muslims in the community or whatever. He is trying to show that even Muslims, even if they're peaceful, they're bad. Okay. So the video shared on Facebook on January 6th showed the image of Prophet Muhammad, which is for majority of Muslims. This is crazy. It's super sensitive. It quoted Lord Jesus as saying that he is God's son, Muhammad as saying he is God's prophet, and Sri Krishna as saying he is God himself. This is a problem with religion. Everyone considers their religion the greatest religion. Okay, so none of these were his personal statements. This is what we have been told since time immemorial by the scriptures of respective faiths. Everyone has their own version of their own faith. It could have been created by someone else, which he just happened to share on his timeline. Now, this is pretty irresponsible. I don't blame him in some ways, because most of the people just feel social media is very harmless. It is not. Today, especially today, it's a very dangerous thing. That is why so many people today do not use social media, especially Facebook. It's facing a scandal for this. Even Instagram, so many people should not have it. But this left the local Muslim community obstreperous. I need to improve my English vocabulary. Obstreperous. Okay. Simple English, Baba. Simple English. Okay. As they went on to file police complaints about allegedly hurting the religious sentiments of the Muslim community by repeating what the Prophet said. Kishan was an animal lover, and he regularly served the cause by saving cows from illegal slaughter at the hands of Muslim butchers. Now, this is another very sensitive issue where Hindus don't want Indian cows because they consider Indian cows as their god, and that's another big story in itself. Which, for me personally, I keep it simple. I just say I love my burger. But then again, I guess there are some people, because I've even spoken to educated people, Hindus, who say, the cow is my mother. He actually say that. And then I've seen even this disgusting video where this guy, he's eating cow dung. He's actually eating, it's very therapeutic. And the urine of the cow, it just comes and he washes his face. Oh, even I've seen Muslims do that with camel piss and camel poop and all that. I mean, man, you guys really, really are disgusting. Oh, and they consider this Ayurvedic properties. Please, you can eat all the poop and piss you like. Okay, I'm not into all that. I'm sorry. Okay, he was forced to apologize a few days before his murder by Muslim youth, but that wasn't enough as per Islamic instructions. Here, you would see that, okay, a murder by Muslim youth, and that is why I believe religion, should just not be taught to youngsters. When they grow up, let them decide what they want to follow, because this nonsense, this is what happens when you indoctrinate religion into people. It was January 25th, 5:30 that he was hunted down by two bikers who shot him to death from behind as along with his cousin, he was passing the Modwada locality in his two-wheeler. The killers, Mohammed Shabir, 25, and Mohammed Imtiaz Pathan, 27, have been arrested and taken into custody by the police. I hope they remain there. They rot to death over there. They should never be released. It was found out that they committed the murder by the orders of Mulavi named Muhammad Ayub Jarawala. I hope even this guy is taken to task, who regularly preached killing of blasphemy as part of Islamic radicalization. I hope he is put in a solitary confinement for the rest of his life. This is the reason why Islam has such a bad name. When you have these preachers preach that you're superior, that this is jihad and you have your own versions of this, don't go around expecting people to say, oh, he is Islamophobic. No, this is the nonsense that people can't tolerate. He provided the killers with the ammunition and was in contact with another Mulavi from Delhi, Mohammed Shabir, who fired the bullets at the late Kishan Bharwad, was a local vendor, and he came in touch with a Delhi-based Mulavi some time ago, who had later introduced him to Mulavi Muhammad Ayub Jarawala from Jamalpur, Ahmedabad. He later met Mulavi Ayub several times, where they plotted to murder Kishan, displaying the organized nature of the terror that resulted in the victim's death. This is exactly why so many in the BJP party today just want to end, Muslims. And, see, like I always tell, there's no smoke without fire. Okay? This is the reason why. I'm not saying that these other individuals are saints, but it is because of incidents like this that it gives any religion, like I gave you about eating that poop and the piss, it gives Hinduism a bad name. And when you have something like this, it gives Islam a bad name. And it's not just poop and piss. I saw the video where this farmer was taking the cows. He is taking his cows, and there were these people who took an actual sledgehammer and smashed his legs. They were Hindus who were doing that. So for me, both the sides of such acts are unacceptable. Okay. Not to mention, it is not the first time that a crime of this sort has been committed against Hindus. Late Kamlesh Tiwari had allegedly called Prophet Muhammad of the first homosexual in the world. Now, why would you want to do that? See, when you provoke someone and then you end up getting bamboozled for it, it's common sense. I'm sorry to say, but the late Kamlesh Tiwari, why did you have to do that? That's my question. Why the hell did you have to do that? Just, you're staying in where there are Muslims, you're staying there, and obviously they're it's like, having this cobra, and you go to the cobra and you're and then it bites you on the face, and then you're crying about it. He was shot, stabbed 15 times, and his throat slit open on October 18th, 2019 at his house in Lucknow, states his Wikipedia page. I'm not endorsing this crime. I'm not saying, oh, he deserved it. No. What he did was equally stupid, but this is unacceptable. This murder is absolutely unacceptable by any means of the imagination, okay? And this isn't a local phenomenon in India. As the shootings of Charlie Hebdo continue to echo internationally, the Islamic preaching has split the blood of people who don't subscribe to the Mohammedan ideology, which is very true. I'll totally agree with this statement, okay? We can see it in Pakistan. We know what happened to that Sri Lankan man. Even in France, they beheaded this teacher who drew a cartoon of Prophet Muhammad by this East European guy. So there is a certain element of truth in this, okay? You can tell me if I'm wrong. In 2015, two French Muslim brothers, Said and Sharif Kouachi, made their way into the Paris offices of the French satirical weekly publications Charlie Hebdo. They killed 12 individuals and injured 11 others while armed with rifles and other weapons. It was only in December 2021 that a mob in Sialkot tortured a Sri Lankan Hindu man to death who worked as a manager at a local plant over blasphemy claims before burning his body. So these are, I remember speaking about this. I've already mentioned this in a video, and I'm absolutely, I still can see that photograph of this man. He's taking a selfie where this poor man's body is getting burnt alive. You have to be sick to such a degree with religion. Okay, a similar case happened recently when a Pakistani woman who was sentenced to death over blasphemous WhatsApp story. This is very frequent in Pakistan, by the way, okay? Pakistan, Afghanistan, now they're destroying, after the Taliban took over, they're destroying people's musical instruments in the name of Allah and all that. Yes. See, this is the problem with religion, The identical nature of these incidents across countries is a reflection of Islamic framework of demonizing and brutalizing anybody who doesn't agree with its myopic regulations. Okay? These murders will, of course, be provided with legal aid and community backing through organizations like Jamaat Ulma-e-Hind, the Islamic organization that provides halal certificates. I don't know what is halal certificates. Oh, his certificate of, oh, he's trying to be sarcastic there. Okay. This often heightens a religious agenda that protects itself under the vicious garb of halal, which ensures economic and social exclusion for non-Muslims. Non-Muslims are made to pay Jamaat Ulem al-Hind through halal certificates for even vegetarian food such as namkeen. Namkeen is salt, right? The same money is divided to aid the perpetrators who kill innocent non-Muslims like Kamlesh Tiwari and Kishan Bharwad. Okay, so it seems, I don't know, as per this article, this organization, Jamaat Ulem-e-Hind, sponsors these kind of people. I'm not too sure, I'm just reading from the article. Gujarat Home Minister Harsh Sanghvi tweeted about his horrendous murder, stating that justice shall be... I have too much of lisp. Oh, okay, tongue twister. Justice shall be served. But this raises many stark questions about the secular fabric of this country. Religious tolerance should be at the heart of secularism, but going on killing innocent people is not something that should be endured at the garb of blasphemy. Here, I think he's forgetting that India is moving towards becoming a very Hindu country. They are actually explicitly calling India a not secular country. They're calling it a Hindu nation. So go figure. So there's nothing secular about it. We wonder if Kishan Bharwad will receive justice, or will this case, like so many others, under the benevolent eyes of our secular country, fizzle out and be thrown under the rug. India's judicial system, I think, is among the worst in the world, if I'm not mistaken. I mean, Shilpa, Richard Gere kissed Shilpa on the cheeks on Women's Day. They made it some big hue and cry. It was such a silly thing. And I think it took 15 years or more than that for them to reach a verdict. So it's pretty pathetic, the Indian judicial system. They just drag on for years and years. Okay, the supremacist, exclusionary and barbarian nature of Islam has become a hazard to the safety of a common man and the secular fabric of this nation. We have failed to address this very root of this bizarre problem as a state that has failed to answer these real questions. Okay, so now these are the questions. Isn't it understood that a religion that asserts its supremacy by repeating, I bear witness that there is no deity but God, and I bear witness that Muhammad is God's messenger, when they chant La ilaha illallah? Is it not 5 times a day through loudspeakers that it is one that superimposes intolerance on others? Which I think is a very valid argument. Okay, I'm being honest with you, because what you're saying, there's no other deity than Allah, which is a fact. You can tell me if I'm wrong. Now, 2, should a Muslim expect a non-Muslim to be secular after knowing the meaning of Shahada? Shahada. I don't know. What is that? Okay, Shahada. Okay, number 3 is, should a Muslim expect a non-Muslim to be secular? Muslims expect everyone to follow Islam, I guess. Okay. How is secularism thus serving others like Hindus who are not bloodthirsty towards people who don't follow their religion? How is secularism thus serving others like Hindus who are not bloodthirsty? I don't think this is a valid question. Okay. How is secularism serving others like Hindus who are not bloodthirsty? There's nothing got to do with secularism and Hindus not being bloodthirsty or whatever. Even Hindus, not all Hindus are saints, or not all Christians are saints. Okay. Anyway, question number 4. How is the Indian state planning to provide justice to the innocent people who have succumbed to Islamic fanaticism in the name of blasphemy? The Indian state not only has to deal with Islamic fanaticism, it also has failed to deal with political issues. It has failed to deal with Hindu-based crime, Christian-based crime, Muslim-based crime. So there are quite a number of issues. There's a lot of issues to be dealt with. It's not just Islamic. Are there going to be enough laws to prevent such an act of terror? I guess India's population is so big, you can't deal with all of them. Okay. Question number 5. Should we be expecting the law at the hands of such people who are here to make all the decisions without an iota of guilt or humanity? This is crime, and crime is everywhere, whether it's USA or anywhere else. It's not just India, or not just only with Muslims. Okay. Do we deserve to be worried that about our children posting something on social media because literally they can get them killed? Well, to be honest with you, I personally feel children should not use social media, if you ask me. And second is, today, if you're posting something on social media and you're ignorant, there is a price to pay. I'm not saying they should be killed, but being ignorant and posting stuff like that guy who threatened, what is that, Virat Kohli's 9-year-old daughter or 6-year-old daughter with rape threats. He was educated from IIT IIMs and he still used social media. So, well, this is nothing got to do with religion. This is a personal responsibility. So, see, I'm trying to be balanced as far as I can. Okay, I'm not agreeing with everything he's saying. At the same time, I'm not disagreeing. He does have valid points. Okay. We are not seeing much of real media coverage on something like this, Heinous. No, there is plenty of social media coverage, and almost any news outlet would love to cover this. Okay, I don't know if they have not covered. I'll be surprised. We wonder if justice will really be served in a country where there's religious tolerance in a one-sided love affair. What rubbish! They support the more of the support, at least according to me, is towards Hindus. Okay, as far as I know. Yes, Muslims have their own closed-minded or closed group of supporters, but let's not, just say that, oh, this is secular. No, India it's very explicitly said, it's a Hindu nation. Whether the Taliban ruled Afghanistan, Islamic republics like Pakistan, or secular democracies like India and France. Secular democracies like, not India, like France, Islam's flirtatious and blasphemy are soaked in blood. I'll agree with the Taliban and Afghanistan. I'll agree with the Islamic and Pakistan. Okay, for that matter, even Saudi and Islam. Okay, as a civilized country, we must, as a civilized country with plenty of uncivilized individuals, we must prosecute every criminal who directly or indirectly participates in a grisly act of murdering innocent citizens in the guise of blasphemy. Not only in the guise of blasphemy, in the guise of corruption, in the guise of rotten politics, in the guise of everything that is bad. For now, it is clearly understood that these murders in the name of blasphemy aren't committed in the heat of the moment, but rather a well-organized, syndicated manner, demanding us to revisit the matter constitutionally and spiritually. Okay? Yesterday it was Kamlesh Tiwari. Today it is Kishan Bharwad. Tomorrow, who knows, you or I will be killed in the name of hurting Muslims' feelings, with the entire prerogative of deciding what hurts their feelings being in their blood-stained hands. Agree and disagree. It is not just one religion. It can even be a political party. People will crucify you for that. But I will agree with one thing, that Islam is more on the violent side. Okay, I'm be honest. You can correct me if I'm wrong. So this is what YUVRAJ Pokharna said. Well-written article with some words which are really hi-fi. I need to improve on my language skills. Where's that word? Oh, well, wherever that word is. Obstreperous. Yeah, I need to improve my English. Anyway, so these are my views. I thank the person who shared with me this article. And please don't, it's very childish when you say, I challenge you, you don't have the guts to say this article. I'm not going to fall for it unless the article is really good. In this case, this was a very powerful article, a very powerful story which I felt needed to be addressed. So that is why I shared it. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. And please, like I've always told you, not all Hindus are good, not all Hindus are bad, not all Muslims are good, not all Muslims are bad. Same with Christians, same with Buddhists, same with atheists. Okay? Let's address the crime that is committed. Let's address that individual. We don't need to start, brandishing every single human being on the planet. And please, I request you, if a crime has been committed in one particular country, like let's say I'm an Indian, I'm speaking on the crimes in India, the answer to this is not, oh, rapes happen in Pakistan, oh, it's worse in US. No, we're talking of the problems that are here. So having said that, I look forward to intelligent, at least worthwhile discussion down. And like I told you, I have nothing against Muslims or Hindus or Christians. But when acts of violence, murder and crime are committed against a human being and it's done for bad, I'm sorry, I can't support that. Having said that, let me know your thoughts in the comments below. This is me signing off. You guys take care.